Okay, so very significant change in the training. So moved to a 3-month block of sandbag focus. So I've just done bear hug walks, alternating with farmers walks with a pair of kettlebells, and I've actually put some more sand in the bag. So what I'm planning on doing is simply sticking at the same distance. So it's like top of my garden, bottom of my garden 5 times, and just hopefully keep topping it up with a bit of sand. So that should be progressive over time. But obviously, as I mentioned on the sandbag video I just made, hopefully you'll see that, it's not a case of dropping everything else. So everything else has got to be catered for as well. Just because I'm focusing on sandbags doesn't mean that I'm neglecting everything else completely. It's just going to be put on the sort of like secondary list. And yeah, I've still got my eye on this overhead press. Yeah. So what I'm going to do today is so I've done the sandbag farmers walk thing. Now I'm going to do some clean and press with kettlebells. So that should contribute to the OHP. But that's not all I'm going to do for OHP. I'm still going to do the actual barbell OHP. Just as I'm still going to do power lifts, but it's going to be much reduced. So it's just a case of shifting focus rather than neglecting anything. I'm going to get a bit of chalk. So first time out on this for a while, so I'm not done this style for a while. So I'm just going to go for ladders of 3, 4, 5 with a pair of 16s. I'm not going to time it or anything. I'm just going to go by feel. Plan is you know, to make it sort of like a blend of strength and conditioning. So let's go for it. Yeah, that's 3. Need to find a way to write this stuff down. So as I've often said on this channel, you know, I'm a generalist. I'm not a powerlifter. I'm not a bodybuilder. I'm not doing any sport. It's general fitness. The sport of growing old and keeping your capacities. So all the capacities. So I find that you know, there's so many ways to do it. There's not. I don't think there's a right or wrong, but one way I think is simply to keep shifting your specializations. So even though the whole thing is generalism, it can consist of a chain of specializations. So you just keep shifting the emphasis over time. Okay, 5 reps. But I think it's quite a wise move when you get older. You know, the recovery is not what it was. When you start repetitively loading up these movement patterns, you know, squats, deadlifts, bench press, pull-ups, dips, whatever it may be, no matter what it is. You know, when you start loading them up over and over and over again, you know, inevitably you run into these sort of like, you know, this overuse problem, because the recovery is not fast enough to keep up. So, you know, my strategy is a bit like, you know, the rotating the, you know, the fallow field or whatever. You know, just keep rotating. Just put, you don't plant the same crop over and over again. You know, keep planting different crops. But, the problem is that with that, you know, if you pursue that exactly, then there's no consistency. You don't improve over time. So my thought is that you know, you pick a specialisation and you hammer that really good for a few months, or, you know, as long as you can make it last really. But I'm aiming at 3 months, and everything else you do to sort of like maintenance, so you don't neglect it. Okay, let's go again. 3, 4, 5. Got no idea what the watch is saying. What's the heart rate saying on this? You know, I've just had a big rest. Yeah, it's quite low. I mean, that's still good. Like at zone 2, anything around 115 and above is something like easy jogging. 115 to 130, I'd say. Something like that. For me, you know, it's all individuals. You know, it changes as you get older. Okay, straight into 4 reps. Yeah, I'm deliberately not too bothered about pushing for time. I just want to establish some sort of a base. Then I can formalise it, run it on a clock. Sort of like EMOMs, that sort of thing. But first time round, take it easy. You don't want to overdo it. I'm probably underdoing it, but let's get 5. So as I get into these should be a pair of 24s soon enough. Let's get up and running again. But yeah, these clean and presses really jack your heart rate up. Probably the best one in that regard is the snatch. You know, the snatch really, I find, really hammers my heart rate. But all this kettlebell stuff does. But some a little bit more than others. So I'm going to say the hierarchy is snatch, then clean and press, probably squats. You know, all those 3. You know, if you push them, you're simply going to go. You're going to red line. You're going to go beyond what you can do. Heavy swings, you can get really high heart rates. Okay, 3. better if I could actually see the watch. So I could actually, instead of going by time, go by heart rate. So for example, when the heart rate drops to, I don't know, 110 or so, start the next set. If you think about it, if you're doing these ladders and each set is different, then the recovery demand is going to be different between the sets. So, you know, having a uniform time is not ideal. It all works, but you know, we're also looking for something that's slightly better. It's part of the fun of the game. I think I'll do 5 ladders, so I'm on my 4th one, and then I'll freestyle something a bit more intense at the end. So this is not bad at all. This is quite gentle, really. That's what you need at the beginning. Give yourself a chance. But for sure, you know, the heavy lifting's been taking its toll on the, you know, the soreness is accumulating too much. Got sick of it. So, 1st of August, okay, got a new month. Let's start a 3-month block now. And I don't know how long I've been doing the heavy compound focus, but it's been quite a while. That's it. Not a case of abandoning it, it's a case of put it in secondary position, let it recover a bit. Bring the other stuff up. So I wanted to get the cardio back up again, which is not necessarily going to be this block, but it will be eventually. So this, as I say, this block is more sandbag than anything else. That's the main priority. Don't know why I'm waiting for a timer. I need to go. probably erring on the side of too easy with this, but I think that's a good idea for today. Make it easy and your hard. But I'll put a sprinkling of intensity at the end. Let's get one more ladder. That's 5 ladders. 3, 4, 5 times. Okay, I'll do one last set, take it a bit higher. I'm still not going to kill myself, but make it one good one. Ten. But that's put the heart rate up. Yeah, it definitely has. Okay, I think that's it for today. So, sandbag, supersetter with farmer's walk, finish off with some clean and press. That's it. Another full body, fun event. Fairly gentle really today. But that's the best way to start a new block, fairly gentle, and then eventually you get to the point where it's overwhelming, and then there'll be another block. Okay, good stuff.